This is an after-school program podcast.
What key are we in, G?
Hey, if you're listening, you're probably wondering, why are they laughing? Hop over to YouTube. How about that? How about this whole episode specifically made for video? This started off as an audio podcast, but guess what? It ain't anymore. It's your boy Shama, and I'm wearing a gold chain. For real. Watch the video. No, I'm just kidding.
It's your boy PD, and this is not Church Stories. This is MegaChurch Stories. I'm Pastor PD, and I'm here with Pastor Shama.
Hey, how you doing, Pastor?
I'm doing great. I'm here with Deacon Chase.
Deacon Chase on the ones and twos. What's poppin', Deacon Chase?
I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
Dude, I was being careful not to grab these up here because I was still like operating as if they had lenses.
Man. Hey guys. That's the sound of cherry lime LaCroix.
Yeah.
How you doing, Megachurch Pastor PD?
I'm doing great. I wish we had a bunch of money just to fall from the ceiling.
So, do you mean like at one point in time, or every time you say megachurch, I feel like money should just fall from the ceiling every time?
Yeah.
Every time you say megachurch, it should rain hundreds.
Actually,
like a
I have
Lil
an
Wayne
idea.
music video.
So it's just one person with a big bag of money they dump on our heads, and then they pick it all up, put it back in the bag, and then whenever it's full, they dump it on us again. And they just do that throughout the whole podcast.
Yeah, and that person makes $3 an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Did you set this up? So the get up, for those of y'all who are watching, those of y'all who are listening, thank you so much. We know you're busy. You're driving. You don't need to watch this.
Yeah, don't. You'll crash.
And we don't want that. We need our numbers to go up. No, I'm just kidding. The reason we're wearing this is because we're doing
don't die. It'll affect our numbers.
Guys, it's all about the analytics right now. It's a numbers game, right? It's a numbers game. We were filming some stuff here at the church, and PD was like, "Hey, let's keep the outfits on." And you didn't say MegaChurch Stories when we started off, so this is a big surprise. Were you saving that bit to convince me to?
No, I just made it up, dude. We
genius.
don't plan anything.
No, but we don't. Okay, let's start the show. This is Church Stories. Let's start the show. This is Church Stories podcast. My name is Shama, and what do I want to say? Hold on. My name is Shama, and I got verified on Instagram.
Heck yeah, you did.
Yeah.
But that day also, something very bad happened that I need to talk about later after you introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is PD, and I want to hear what Shama has to say about this day being bad.
So, excuse me. So I got verified on Instagram. It's a big deal. It doesn't feel like a big deal.
Yeah, you're a blue checkmark elite.
I'm a blue checkmark elite. So peasants, please lay out your jackets as I walk by. So that day, it was the day we dropped Loose Cannon Guest Speaker Part 1. Shot by Chase Bridges and directed by
Got a lot
PD.
of attention.
It got a lot of attention by a lot of people.
I had no idea I was getting a director's credit.
Well, you did direct it. What did you think you did?
I thought I was just shouting out stuff. That's what I do in every video.
Hey, literally, you could make a ton of money in Hollywood doing the same thing. So that day we put it out. Grace and I went to Charleston. That was a Saturday. No, we went to Charleston on Friday. Nope. Yeah, we went to Charleston on Friday. Saturday, I dropped the video. I was out. Every time we go to Charleston, we'll stay with Grace's sister or her parents and my in-laws. And in the morning on Saturday, everybody's like sleeping or whatever. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hit the mall or go to some stores or do whatever. I just ride around town listening to podcasts. Charleston is flat, so you don't have to do much. Driving around is just like like playing GTA.
It's flat and dilapidated.
Yeah.
And the water is green. But it's a nice time.
It's a nice time. It's a nice time.
Despite
if you just like
all of that.
Driving, it's a good time. So I was driving around, and then we get back to Grace's parents' house. We eat dinner on Saturday nights. Every Saturday night, Grace, or my in-laws, host a family dinner. I've been going before Grace and I were even dating, because I was courting my wife, and so Ezra was kneeling down close to one of their dogs, and I thought he was not kneeling, he was just squatting down, and he had reached down to like the dog's bowl because the dog was eating, and Grace was like, Shama, can you get him? And I picked him up by his hands. Have you ever picked up a baby like that? Where you just pick up a baby by like their hands,
grab their wrists.
Yeah. by their palms, and I did that, and I carried him. He was like just like 10 feet. I was like, come on, Bubba, let's go. And he just started like wailing, crying. He was screaming bloody murder. And we woke up. This was unintentional. Like it was like a very gentle, just kind of like, all right, let's get you out. And
Can I make a guess? You dislocate his arm or something?
dude, I thought I did. He woke up at 5 a.m. and we slept in the same room. And this is so bad. He kept on saying, hurt.
Oh my gosh.
Hurt.
Oh,
Dude, let me tell you
dude.
something. Like, as a human being, I have never felt worse. This is Sunday morning at 5 a.m.
Dude, that's making me feel bad.
Here's the thing, though.
Man.
I remember telling Grace, like, I was like, where did he learn the word hurt? And she was like,
Johnny
Cash. He went to the museum with Chase.
Yeah, me.
That's what happened.
We have a good time together on the weekends.
Dude.
we hang out.
He kept on saying, hurt.
Oh my gosh.
And then he wouldn't move his right arm. And dude, I remember thinking, I'm like, we gotta go to the hospital like right now. And I just kept on thinking, I'm like, what are we gonna tell them? I don't want them to like investigate me. Like I'm a good dad. I'm trying my best. And he kept on saying hurt, and he wouldn't move his right arm. And I remember like texting about my father-in-law who used to be a fire. He worked for a fire department, and so he knows a lot about bodies or whatever. And he messaged him at like 5 a.m. and he was like, "Baby, it's like hypertension. You like hyperextended or whatever." But then we woke up at like 8. We all fell asleep again, and then we woke up at 8, and he went downstairs and ate breakfast, and he was just fine. But dude, I went from like, I'm verified on Instagram to waking up the next day feeling horrible.
Dude, that is so heartbreaking.
So
hurt.
Oh, it's just like it's not like you hurt me, Father. It's just hurt.
I would have cried,
dude. I felt so bad. So now, like, I associate the blue check mark with like, hey, yeah, I succeeded online, but I failed as a father.
Yeah.
How about that? So it like highs and lows. So that was just
My
that's just
grandma
fun.
would tell a story about her putting a blood pressure machine on my arm, and when she turned it on, I just started screaming, "Help me! Help me! Help me!"
Why? What were you?
Because it was like blowing up and tightening my arm. I was like, "Oh no! Like I'm in danger."
Were you just at her house?
Yeah, I mean, I was fine,
no.
of course, but I thought I was dying.
Oh, that's so. That's so funny, man. Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
Jabad,
Where are we?
Where are we? Brody, I'm here with Paul Padilla, Chase. What is this? Church Stories? I can't do it.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I can't do it, Joe.
I don't know what it is. It's like a combination of talking with like a low register and mumbling, but you say some things right, but you all like completely
It's
flub
a lot
some,
of like,
some elements. Yeah, that's how old guys talk, where they just throw it out. Or like, she left me for a reason, and you're like, wait, hold up a second. Wait, what? Hold up a second, sir. I haven't seen my kids in 40 years. I'm dead to them. What? Excuse me. But hey, welcome back. It's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
I will say, I think this is the most. I was telling Chase when we came into the studio that this is I think the most cohesive the podcast has felt. I feel like we really got like a rhythm and a groove in terms of the setup. We've come a long way, and I think this might be the best iteration. Hopefully something doesn't catch on fire this episode because I'm like gassing it up. But no, this has been really good. Are we gonna read emails?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can
Let's do it.
Email.
It's like no dead noise. All right, let's see.
Hold up a second. Let me see if I wanted to talk about. Oh, this is also the same. Petey, you're gonna enjoy this. So last weekend as well, when I was staying over, Grace and I were over at the my in-laws, her parents, and I love planes. I don't know if you know this about me, Petey. Did I ever told you about this? I love planes. Like I play like flight simulator games on my iPad.
I don't think I knew that.
A bulk of quarantine was me flying
Wait, I think
digital planes.
you might have mentioned that
I
on the
did mention
podcast a while ago.
I want to be a pilot. And so I know some people who are pilots, and they're like, "Hey, dude, I'll take you out, dude. I'll take you out.
I
Get
was
your
about
hours
to
in."
say, like, talk to Aston.
Really, he is. He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh shoot, is he far along?"
Yeah, he's getting there.
Okay, see, that's what I want to do. And so I told my father-in-law, and he was like, "Don't do it." And I was like, and he's not like a curmudgeon. He's a really fun guy. We've had him on the podcast, the one about Pepsi. Go check it out. He was like, "No, I wouldn't do that if I was you." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Artists and private planes have not really gone well together." And I was
He
like,
has a great point.
"Oh yeah,
Harrison Ford has tried to kill himself with that plane that he drives like 8 times.
really,
Every 6 months, Harrison Ford has crashed his private plane.
dude." That is,
Hey,
man.
Bill Burr has a helicopter, right?
Yeah. And he's talked about flying it. He's like, but also Bill Burr's, he's like a curmudgeon. He's like an angry old man.
Yeah.
So I think if he, if something would have happened to him, we actually found the black box from the helicopter, and this is
going down.
we're gonna hit play again one more time for your listeners for you to hear Bill Burr's last 3 seconds on Earth.
Shut up, you stupid broad. MeUndies promo code.
That's gonna be really dark if he dies in a helicopter crash.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I almost said rest in peace. I was like, rest in
I'm
peace.
gonna be like,
King.
man, this is a bad way to find out I'm a prophet. It's bittersweet.
It's the glasses. But yeah, so usually I'm not like dissuaded from stuff. Like if I set my mind to something, I'm like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. But that was the one time, like when he said artists and planes don't go together, I thought, yeah, you're right. You're
Dude,
right.
Keith Green died in a small plane.
See,
Yeah.
Ric Flair got in a plane crash.
really.
Yeah.
See, I can't.
Leonard
do it.
Skinner.
Yeah, they lost like freaking half of their band or something.
Yeah.
Man, wild times.
The Beatles, right? Didn't they a plane crash? The Beatles did.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh well.
I'm not.
I don't know enough about the Beatles.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about the
I might have
Beatles.
made that up actually.
Yoko Ono crashed a plane into the band. That's like all I know about the Beatles is that people don't like Yoko Ono.
Yeah, I every time people talk about the Beatles, like Grace said she used to listen to the Beatles when she was younger. I feel like I should respect them, but
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
It's hipsters who love the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
They're
like
all right.
guys, that's the consensus on the pod. I don't know if you love the Beatles and you were like, I can't wait to
Oh.
hear my favorite podcast's opinions.
Yeah, I mean Paul McCartney's cool. Here comes the sun, do. You know, I love Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Millions of dollars. Do.
Do.
Okay, we're gonna read it. We're gonna read an email.
But you have to read it as one of the Beatles.
Here comes the sun.
Cade Bennett. Okay. Well, I feel like we need to start this off by telling people that you can send us emails. Send us
Yeah.
emails, voice notes.
churchstoriespod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Send your emails.
Send videos too. I think let's try that because we actually
Yeah.
have like a good video thing going. So just don't make it too long. Like film like a selfie video of you of like, hey, Shama, PD, and Chase. I'm so and so, and one time at my church. Because like if we read them, there's a certain flavor and flair to them. But we sometimes like it to hear it right out of the listener's mouth.
Yeah.
I almost said horses, and I thought I'm gonna respect them.
Right out of the horses.
PD, do you wanna read this one? Do you got your glass?
Sure.
Do you
No,
get
I
your
don't,
Do you get your
but-
real glasses, Grandpa? Hey.
I guess I am a grandpa. I realized it. Like I had to admit to myself that my sight was getting worse when I had to put on glasses to play Madden.
Really?
Like when I was throwing too many interceptions because I wasn't wearing glasses.
So you were just alone at your house, and you were just like still trying to be stubborn. Like I'm not gonna wear my glasses,
It's
and you threw enough interceptions that you're like,
I was like,
where are my
this is
glasses?
becoming a
Where
problem.
are my
Like
glasses?
Why don't you just get contacts if you hate wearing?
they're irritating. That's.
Oh.
I think you tried before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, word.
I might try again, but anyways, dear PD. Oh wait, no, dear Shama. I'm too much of a narcissist. I read my name first. Dear Shama, PD, Chase, and potential guests.
Hey.
Oh, thank you for
Thanks.
including that.
No
Yeah.
guest on this one though, Cade. It's just Chase.
I like how
Shama.
this is the first person to include potential guests.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
Nice enough to include the guests.
Thank
we
you.
Didn't have one.
And we didn't have one.
Yeah.
Cade, you were just ahead of your time, man. Sorry.
Here's my camp story. My youth group has a tradition. Yeah, you're going to have to zoom in. I need my glasses. Here's my camp story. My youth group has a tradition every camp. Get a junior high kid to fall for the ultimate sit-up. First, we pick a target. We find a younger kid, find another room, and ask if they want to try to complete the ultimate sit-up. A lot will see
That it's bait.
Yeah, that it's,
PD, let me just read it.
okay, gotcha.
This is a
Hey,
great
great-
accent, though. Great accent, though.
Hey, you know what you just pulled just now? A Bianca.
How PD thinking?
Yeah, how PD thinking. Okay, first we pick a target. We find a younger kid from another room and ask if they want to try to complete the ultimate sit-up. A lot will see that it's bait and realize that a group of high schoolers challenging a younger kid never ends well. Eventually, though, someone will agree and with confidence will accept the challenge. Then we give them a towel. What a great starting off item, right?
Yeah.
We're like, hey, do you want to do a workout? Before you've even done anything, they're like, we know you're gonna sweat. Here's a towel. Then we give them a towel, have them lay down, face up, and place the towel over their eyes. Somebody will hold the towel down. Keep the target's head on the ground. The challenge is explained that if the kid can do a sit-up and overpower whoever is holding the towel, they complete the ultimate sit-up. Are we about to hear somebody like become a paraplegic right now? This doesn't sound like a good. So they're holding their head down with a towel like that, and then you gotta
try to sit up.
Okay. However, once the kid is blindfolded by the towel, one brave prankster will face their behind to the target. Once the target begins to push against the towel is pulled away, and the target's momentum takes himself into the rear end of the one who baited him all along. We've got one every year. I went to camp, and every kid was able to laugh it off. And some even went so far as to try to reel in some other of their bunkmates by challenging them. Love what you guys do. Thanks for giving me a reason to procrastinate.
Did that confuse you too, or is it just me?
So what happens is he got me too'd because you go face first into someone's rear end, as they put it.
Cade.
So this is like back-to-back Me Too emails that we've read.
Cade Bennett, I don't know. What do people think this show is about?
Church stories.
Getting harassed at youth group.
Are we going to keep that? Hey, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys right now.
Thanks for listening and submitting your story.
But I'm just not sure about the emails, guys. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't agree with that game.
Yeah. We do. Church Stories Podcast does not condone that
The
game.
ultimate sit-up.
The
The church. Hey, how about master regular sit-ups? Yeah.
We have an email from someone from England, which goes with our Beatles.
Yeah. Salty tea.
Is that nice and
Oh, there we go.
is that nice and wide for you, Grandpa? I made the font bigger.
Are we leaving it in when I struggled to read the first one?
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing accent.
Because I didn't pick up
Thank you,
from the
thank
first read like I had to. Sorry, we should have done this. I didn't think about it at the time. Guys, PD's gonna read. What's the subject here?
Salty tea.
From Lemuel from
Lemuel.
England. So you have to give this a little British accent.
What's up, PD? Shama James, an insert guest here. Hope you're having a great day. My story takes place after a Bible study, when all the workers had to stay up for a bit longer for an extra message. Since it was only for workers, most of us kids would go upstairs and chill in the upper room until they were done. There were two rooms on the upper floor. Most of us stayed on the first one, but for whatever reason, I isolated myself in the second room. So, one of our friends, Sam, who uses a wheelchair, had asked the two other of our friends to make him tea since he could make it himself, and so they did. Wait, did he mean since he couldn't make it himself?
I think so.
Since he couldn't make it himself.
Okay.
As the good Christian friends they were, eventually they came back with Sam's tea, and next thing I heard in the other room was a sudden scream of disbelief and shock and quickly rushed to the other room to see what was going on. It turns out that our friends making the tea decided to pull a little prank on Sam.
Sam in a wheelchair.
A little prank.
Sam in a wheelchair.
And add salt to his tea. I'm not talking about a pinch of salt either. They probably dumped in like 2 teaspoons into the poor guy's tea. Apparently, they had all tried sips and almost threw up. So without warning, I picked up the cup. And straight up looked like straight up took like 3 full gulps before they had to stop me.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, let me do that again. Straight up took like 3 full gulps before they had to stop me. My friends were so shocked and even warned me that I was going to be sick the next. That's very British.
You're going to be sick the next.
I was going to be sick the next. But I actually felt fine. Like I had never drunk tea contaminated with salt. Anyways, I really appreciate the work you guys are doing. Keep it up. God bless.
Hey, that's super fun.
Yes.
Your accent is perfect.
Thank you.
Close,
That is really good.
The boy does good.
It was that HBO show. Anyways.
That's good stuff, man.
I wonder, should we tell people, I feel like when you write an email, could you at least say how you found out about the show? Because I'm very interested.
Can you
Lemuel
fill out a
from
little
England.
survey for us whenever you send an email?
Guys, we're going to put our number in the church stories. We want to text us. No, I'm just kidding. We're never going to do that.
Oh, wait.
Matt Malonga story
up.
number
Got
3.
another Matt Malonga story.
Man.
Chavo Guerrero?
Chase, do you want to read
Yeah,
this one?
Chase is perfect
Yeah,
for him.
mate.
Okay, what is the
I'll
subject
gives it
here?
a go-zies.
Matt Malonga, if y'all don't know, he's now a 3-time email champ.
Yeah, and based off the first line, me, Chase, and Matt Malonga are going to be friends.
Yeah. So this subject is called Matt Malonga, story number 3, the 1988 Toyota Supra.
What's up, Papa Shango? Paul London? And Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Chavo. Is Chavo
He's a wrestler, yeah.
Yeah.
These are all
Okay.
wrestlers.
Wrestling name.
Papa Shango?
Paul London.
I'm going to have to show you a picture of Papa Shango later.
Okay.
So this is a story of my little brother, a 1988 Toyota Supra, and a Grand Theft Auto. So as I mentioned in earlier emails, we went to a private school at my church, and we're there literally 7 days a week. On Wednesdays, we would drive 40 minutes to school.
We read them as they come, guys. Pick up from on.
On Wednesdays, we would drive 40 minutes to school, drive 40 minutes back home, and another 40 minutes back to church for service that night. Now, my dad worked primarily on the road, traveling with some Wednesday nights. We drove as a family, and other dads would meet us there. Oh, and other nights, Dad would meet us there. This particular Wednesday night, he was going to meet us at church. Now, I need to give a little background. I have a brother who's 3 years younger than me, and I was the worst older brother. Example, I used to hit him so that he would hit me back, and then I would tattle. Apparently, I didn't know snitches get stitches yet.
Oh, man.
So I was 7 at the time. My brother was 4. We are home, and my mum is upstairs getting ready for church. To this day, I still don't know why I did this, but I looked over at my brother, and I said, "Hey, man, you need to drive us to church tonight." He looked at me with a look of confusion. I repeated to myself, and he just looked at me with his hand up and held up the number 4 and said, "But I'm only this many." This is such a bad thing to do to somebody.
Oh, no.
I got mad and said, "Look, man, Dad picked up Mom and put you in charge of getting us to church." He continued to look confused, so I gave up and walked to the car. I sat down in the passenger seat and began playing my Game Boy Advance, limited black edition, no big deal.
That is a big deal.
It's a really big
As a
deal.
kid who grew up without a Game Boy, I'm jealous right now.
I had a Game Boy.
I had
was
one
blue.
too, but I had one like after it was cool.
Oh,
Way
really?
after it was cool.
So when you were like, guys, anybody want to play my Game Boy? Everybody's like, I got an iPod Touch, loser.
Yeah, I mean, I had a football game. There was a bunch of little black dots playing football against each other.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
dude. Games have come such a long way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. No big deal. I hear the car door open and I say, "Hi, Mom." Assuming my mom was getting ready to drive us, I look over and my little brother sits down in the driver's seat, not being able to see over the steering
Oh,
wheel.
no.
I immediately get nervous and I'll ask him, "What are you doing?" He looks straight ahead and just says, we're going to church. As if he was so proud that Dad put him in charge.
Oh my gosh.
So he took some time.
This
And he thought
4-year-old
about it, and he's like, you know what? Dad's right. I can do it.
Yeah, that is like some good reasoning. Like usually a 4-year-old would be like, I can't do anything. I'm too small. This kid he was like, I'm only this many. He went from I'm only this many to sitting calmly and going like, I've got to drive my family to church today. And whether I know it or not, that's what I have to do. I am the new man of the household.
So he has no idea how to get there, I'm assuming, a 4-year-old.
No, of course not.
So what was he thinking? He's like, I'm just going to drive.
He's like, I'm just gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yep.
I wonder, did his feet even reach? I'm getting ahead of myself.
I
Okay.
want to know, like, just the idea that this kid at 4 years old was like, no, I'm the man. Like, I got it. They're counting on me.
Yeah.
I gotta drive. That's so odd.
Okay. All right. Parked directly in front of us is a 1999 white van that we're in. Is my father's 1988 Toyota Supra, and my dad loved this car. He used to tell me how proud he was that he worked so hard to save up the money and get his dream car. Little did he know that his dreams were about to be shattered. So my brother tells me we're going to church. I'm stunned that he would do this, so I say nothing. He starts the car, puts it in drive, and puts that car into hyperspace. He floors it, crashes directly into the Supra.
Oh my gosh, man.
At 4 years old, he knew how to put the car in drive?
Man, dude.
If I was Matt, I would have just grabbed his hand at that point.
Yeah. Wait a second. So was he in the car with him?
Yeah, he's in the passenger seat.
Oh.
But a 4-year-old put it into drive
And then floored it.
and then floored it?
But so he couldn't see over this. So he was just staring at a steering wheel, being like, "Let's go."
He's like, we gotta. I've seen movies. Let's go. I've got Hot Wheels.
God's
Let's go.
got me.
Oh,
wow.
wow, man.
The Supra was parked a foot from our garage door, so when my brother hit the Supra, he actually pushed the Supra through the old wooden garage door. I can't believe this.
Golly,
I immediately
man.
yanked the keys out of the ignition and try to get, before putting it in park, and try to get out of the car. We have big hedges on the right side of our driveway, and my brother drifted to the right just enough that I could get out. I look over, my brother's crying, his nose is bleeding, because he slammed his face off of the steering wheel. I proceed to climb over my screaming bloody brother and exit the vehicle. My mom comes running out and screams, "What happened?" I look back at my mom, back at the carnage, and back to my mom, and immediately begin to cry. I start shouting, "Dan crashed the car. He's crazy."
Oh no.
you got to take some of the blame, Matt.
Man, this is like, there's too much going on here. Well, like, you crashed 2 cars in a driveway. Your brother's bleeding. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what he's doing is like when a guy like mistreats a girl, he's like, "Oh, she's crazy."
Yeah, you're like, wait a
she is crazy.
this 4-year-old, insane.
I have no idea where he got the idea
No,
that he was
no.
gonna drive to church.
I can't deal.
He's gaslighting Dan.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best part of the story, the best part, is that this happened in 2002 and my mom didn't have a cell phone. My mom and dad were both on the worship team and didn't see each other until worship started that night. My mom leaned over to tell dad what happened, and my dad, in front of the whole 150-person congregation, shouted, "What do you mean Dan crashed in my car?"
Oh.
I never revealed to my parent that this was instigated by me until I was 19. I figured at that point I couldn't get grounded. Sorry haven't answered my calls. Text me first. Would love to chat. Love what y'all do. Matt Malonga.
Yeah, we'll try to
And then
call him.
Malanga.
Dude, I have a story that
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I'm reminded of like how I kind of pulled a Matt Malonga on Annie.
Do tell.
We were throwing I I was just throwing rocks in random directions, you know, as you do.
TR, is this TR?
Yeah, the Morningdale house. So I'm just chucking rocks, and I hear a sound, and then the windshield of our van just crumbles. And I I convinced Annie she did it.
Let me guess. Was she inside?
No, earlier she was washing the car. So I was like, oh, it's black gas. I mean, it's black glass.
Okay.
So you washing the car must have made the windshield crack. And everyone believed. I don't even think. I think that they came up with that theory. And I was like, yeah, that must have been what happened.
Who came up with it? Like your parents?
Yeah. They're like, how could this have happened? And of course, I wasn't taking any responsibility. And they were like, well, they were washing the car earlier. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, black glass.
And you're like,
And I was like, yeah, black glass.
we all know this.
Yeah, water, soap, no, can't
Black
do it.
glass!
So I was so guilty about that for years, but never told anybody.
You still haven't told anybody.
I don't know if I ever told my parents.
Would you like
that-
to look into any one of these 3 cameras and apologize to Mr. Scott right now? Your dad?
Hey, Dad, I broke the back windshield of your van when I was like 10.
He doesn't need the apology. Your sister needs the apology.
Oh yeah, Annie, I'm sorry that I convinced you, or that our whole family convinced you that you did it, and you cried about it for like an hour. I'm sorry, but I couldn't admit that I just chucked a rock at the van.
Yeah, it's like one of those. It's just. It's bad enough, right? It's like you're like, hold on, dude. I remember the only car story. I remember one time, I was a middle child, and I was horrible. Like as a child, like I was horrible. Like I got beat every day. Like I got spanked every day by my parents. Not like beat. We have to be careful about that. Shama and I think that's why I related to that show. It was like, well, he's not a middle child, but watching Chris, I'm like, that was me. And dude, I remember one time I broke our TV. And dude, my parents like chewed me out. And then they would bring it up. I don't know if any other people's parents did that, where they would just bring it up like over dinner, and they're like, well, that's why we don't have a TV. Well, maybe we could watch something if Shama didn't break the TV. And I remember my parents giving me such a hard time. And then one time my brother who's listening to this, took our dad's truck and was driving. So we rented a house, and our family, they were building another house, like maybe like 2 miles away. And my brother was driving to the property, like I guess like the work site area that they were building on. And he like smashed the side of the truck onto a cement pillar and like dented it. And he came back home and told my parents over dinner and our parents, and they were just kind of like, "Well, it's all right. We're glad you're okay." And I remember like losing my mind. And I'm like, that was more expensive than the TV. Yell at him. It's like, yell at him. Yell at him.
Bring this up.
Bring it up
over
please.
and over again.
It was so, oh man. And my parents know, but yeah, I remember. So if I did something like this, I wouldn't be here today. I feel like, I don't know, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man.
That's a lot of damage.
So I want to hear the aftermath of this story.
Dude.
I want to know how the kid reacted to it, or like what he said after.
Dude, I think this is one of those like where like you call an insurance, and they're just kind of like, hey, that's on you, Doug.
Yeah.
Is your 4-year-old on the insurance? And you're like, no. And they're like, cool.
His brother,
just let us know.
His brother was just sitting there, nose bleeding, like hurt.
State Farm's like, I'm sorry, we don't have a your toddler crashed the car policy.
We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
And insurance agents, they can't wait. They can't wait to. Because dude, apparently, so insurance, out of all the money that they make, they only spend like 10% to pay back to people. So insurance is like the biggest and best scam known to man. Like,
yeah.
So
that you can't live without.
You can't. No, of course not. You can't live without it. But then also there's like acts of God and all these other elements that make it to where you're not covered. So maybe it's one of those like an insurance agent could not wait. Be like, oh, who was driving the car?
Oh, dude, when I heard act of God the first time, I was like, everything is. Why?
Me tripping down the steps? God?
Yeah.
Was that you? That's funny. This has been great.
Oh, wait.
It's been a good,
why don't we try to call Matt? One more
I feel
time.
like we got to text him first. It's gonna be a whole
dude.
ordeal.
We just got to keep trying it whenever we do these episodes.
Text him on your phone real quick.
Okay.
Matt Malanga. Okay, do you see his number over there? Grandpa?
I'll make it as big as possible.
Yeah, we'll make it fill the screen. Did you just pull up your fake glasses?
Yeah.
Your lensless glasses?
My Carl Lentz glasses.
Ooh.
Got the Lentz
Hey,
lenses.
man, that's what a missed opportunity if that dude wasn't canceled, am I right? He could have had like a Zenni optical deal or something. Like a Gucci frames deal, like the lenses, the Carl lenses.
Carl Lenciaga.
Ooh. See?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to text him real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have another email pulled up?
Yeah, I can do another one. We actually have like a really short one.
Maybe let's get PD let's get PD's phone set up on the Bluetooth. Maybe kill the Bluetooth off the computer real quick. Okay. So if Matt Malanga, just tell him to text us, to call us, okay, if he's free.
Yeah.
Here's a follow-up from Skillet and Sabotage.
Skillet and Sabotage.
Good. We got
What
a
is
follow-up
the
story.
what was? Oh yeah, the story, but they ended up getting their leaders canceled.
Yeah.
I'll read it. This is by Stephen Carroll. Hey guys. Was super happy to hear y'all read the story.
I'm not going to be able to follow this
Seeing
story.
your reactions reminded me of my dad, how my dad responded when I first told him about it when I got home from that trip. We still laugh about it whenever it comes up. I showed him the clip of you guys reading it. Show him this one too, all right, Stephen? I showed him the clip of you guys reading it, and we were dying laughing again. Not a full story, but one more little nugget from that church. Saw a deacon get punched in the face once by one of the church members right off the service once. My family stopped going there after that. Yeah, it was a brawl. It was a brawl.
Is that it?
That was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
The follow-up is my dad watched it.
Yeah, my dad watched
I was hoping for like more insight into the
That's,
story.
I thought we asked. Did we ask for more insight? He's like, hey, the follow-up? I really enjoyed you guys reading my story. I'm just kidding, Steven.
We'll allow a second follow-up.
Yeah. A follow-up, if you will.
I like how we're getting like regulars now. Like
Yeah.
Matt and Steve. Mostly just Matt and Steve.
Ooh, YouTube creators. Let's read that one. No, I'm
Our
just
March newsletter.
You've got
that does not
questions.
concern me.
Yeah.
What kind of videos do the algorithm do? Not this one. Not this one. Do we have any other ones? Robert McClure. Let's go to another one. We've read a normal.
We can do. We have a few.
Voice. Is it a voice? Hey, boys. Okay, I did a voice clip. Okay. Hey, this guy.
Hey.
This is the guy that jumped out of the car and chipped his tooth guy. And here my number is if you have any questions with what I was talking about. LOL. I did a voice clip because I know Shama hates misspell word.
Please tell me you did that on purpose.
I hope so. LOL. I did a voice note. Are you still connected to the Bluetooth real quick? Yeah. Can you pair up?
Oh, okay. So, we must have roasted him or something at one point for his grammar.
Misspelled. Story about how I chipped. No, he did send in a voice note the last time.
Did he?
Oh,
yeah, I chipped my tooth.
Yeah. So he's just heard us rag on other people.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm not gonna take any chances with the written word.
Hey Shama, MPD, and guest, and Chase. I don't have a church story, but I do have something I want to vent about. So can you explain why all pastors have to say ladders, but if you're in a wheelchair, how do I climb a ladder? I'm just curious. Maybe you guys can help me out with that. Maybe pastors could ramp. Like, hey, go to the ramp. Touch God, that'd be cool. But ladders, it's not really cool. But I love you guys. I listen to every episode. And hopefully I'll have another short story soon. Peace.
I like that guy.
That was so funny.
It was really good.
He's like, I can't really. If you have to climb a ladder to heaven, sorry, man, you're screwed. If there's not, if there needs to be a ramp to heaven, or you're not going.
It's just Jesus. What's the name again? What's his name again? Ray. Ray is like it's just Jesus at the top of the ladder, like Ray. Ah,
Yeah.
I meant to install elevators, Ray. I'm sorry, Ray. Enjoy the tribulation.
I didn't think this ladder thing out.
Yeah, I didn't think it through.
It's really funny, man.
That is really funny. So
Hey, he left a number 2.
a what?
A phone number.
Is this gonna become
Oh,
a
a
thing
number
where
2.
we call every
I thought
guest?
you said poop. You said he left a number 2, and I was like,
No,
what do you-
TOO.
Oh.
Yeah.
He left a number 2. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the enunciation was on what you just did. It wasn't right. It wasn't right.
What was that? Was I supposed to pause? He left a number 2.
What is the proper pronunciation? How do we say that? He left a number 2.
I don't think there's another way to say it.
He left a number as well.
Or
As well.
also?
Okay. Yeah. Hey,
But you know
this
what
is
means?
good. This
you
is
know what that means?
What?
I mean, what also means also is 2. TOO.
but number 2 is takes priority to number
English,
2.
man. Welcome back to the English is
Welcome
Whack
back.
Pod.
You already know we hate English.
Yeah, we hate saying it. I can't even read it because I need glasses.
Hey, is there another video? Was there another video at some point in time that I saw up there?
I think we have. Oh, I think we have a.
Okay, what is this? Okay,
It's like a SoundCloud Christian, I believe.
Oh, okay.
You wanna
any
do it?
text from Matt?
No text
Matty
from Matt.
Malong. Matt,
Matty
is this
Malongs.
three? Is this 3 times? Hey,
Yeah,
I
this will be the
mean,
third time.
I don't know. Maybe God doesn't want us to talk to you,
Man,
Matt.
he better not call me when I'm at home.
Can you tell us next time? Next time you email us, please tell us what you were doing the first 3 times that you missed our calls, and it better be more important. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing's that important.
Your baby better be saying hurt. That is the only reason.
You know, I actually thought a couple times whether or not I should tell that story.
Because now we're gonna riff on it.
Like really,
Yeah.
I know y'all can't. You can't. Oh, I'm glad that we can laugh about it now. I really do. We were like,
But you were
praying.
like panicking.
We
right?
woke up and
Yeah.
I was like, let's pray. Let's pray for Ezra. Yeah. Okay.
You want to watch this?
Yeah. Scroll up real quick. Let me read who is this. Okay. This is Michael Smalley. The subject just says huge fan. Many exclamation points. Thank you, Michael. You guys have to review this.
Much love, Mike. Sent from my iPhone.
Couldn't even get the disc.
You couldn't even get to a desktop, dog. Okay, this is what is it called? Soldier for Christ.
Is this a mugshot?
I'm a soldier for Christ. I'm a soldier for Christ. He's done
British.
everything for me. That's why I owe him my life.
Yeah.
I'm a soldier for Christ. I'm a soldier for Christ. And I'm down with the King. He gave me a new life. That's right, he gave me a new life. Because it used to be putrid. I used to go to Cabramatta, buy a quarter and shoot it.
Oh, so that's really him in the mugshot?
I think so, yeah.
There were so many shifty ways that I was getting to the money, living a life of addiction. I was going through withdrawals. I was a slave to the drugs. I was losing all my morals. Had me staring at these
said
toys, about to
morals.
pop the whole bottle. And it's got me so depressed that I don't want to see tomorrow. I was heading for destruction, but he turned it around. When he came into my life, I was lost, but now I'm found. I was heading for destruction, but he turned it around. That's why I give him all the praise, and he never lets me down. I'm a soldier for Christ. I'm a soldier for Christ. He's done everything for me. That's why I owe him my life.
I'm not gonna trash this.
Hey, Michael, I'm sorry.
The King, he gave me a new life. That's right, he gave me a new life. And he never leaves me, never. When I got out of prison, I finally started doing better. So I hooked up a job. Now I'm getting the cash legal. So I stopped doing the drugs and I...
Wow.
And I became the 5th member of the Beatles.
Wow, man. That was good.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, send us bad songs.
Yeah.
For
We
to
need
review.
ammo to make fun of people.
If
But-
you watched the video, we actually all just kind of vibed.
Yeah.
we all just kind of vibed
I'm a
for like
soldier for Christ.
a minute and a half.
Soldier for Christ. And it's British. What's up with this episode in
Yeah.
British?
I don't know, man. We had a listener from England email. We didn't plan this either.
No.
Soldier for
Planning implies work, which you already know we do not do.
Yeah, somebody texted me Why did my sister just ask me if you were British? It's because
Who?
it was somebody who used to work at the Peddler, and like she moved away, but her sister works there, and there was this one person who I'd exclusively talk to in a British accent, and she was working beside that person the whole day, so she just thought I was British.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And you didn't, so somebody had to confirm with like, wait a second, you're not British. Why
Yeah.
did somebody think you're British?
She's like, I hate you. Why did my sister just ask me if you're British or not?
And
I
you were
guess I
like,
do a good accent.
I'm a thespian.
Yeah.
Hey, let's wind this down. Let's checking in with Chase.
I'm a soldier for Christ.
Checking in with
soldier for
Chase.
Christ.
Yeah.
I used to be in prison and it wasn't that nice.
Nice. Yo, I'm a soldier for
Throw a
Christ.
beat on.
I'm a soldier. I used to drink hard liquor. Now I drink LaCroix on ice. I'm a soldier for Christ.
Yo.
I used to stomp on people's necks. Now I skate on ice. I'm a soldier. It's just talking about bad thing, good thing. I used to stab people. Now I just stab into cake. What? There was no rhyme. There was no rhyme.
Who stabs
Happy
the
birthday!
cake?
I'm a soldier for Christ.
Anyways, back to Chase's segment.
Well, check it in with Chase.
My sophomore year, my roommate was accused of murder.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a real thing that happened to me.
Did they?
No, so my roommate was dating this girl, and this girl, like, out of nowhere, after he broke up with her, like, accused him of, like, a ton of stuff. And one of that was, like, murder or attempted murder or something like that. Yeah. And so I was just laying in bed, and the next thing you know, he was, like, there was a banging on the door, and they're like, is so-and-so here? I'm not going to say his name. So-and-so here? And he was like, yeah, I'm here. And they're like, you're coming with us. And he went to the campus security office, and they were like questioning him all day, and I didn't know what was happening. And then later they called me in, and they were like, hey, is your roommate the kind of guy who would like threaten to kill someone? And I was just like, yeah, probably. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, yeah, no, that sounds like something he would do. And
Was it like an undercover cop, or was this like a uniformed cop?
no, it was like someone who worked at the school.
So you weren't
yeah.
taking them seriously.
I'm not a snitch, first of all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're like, I mean, maybe
If he would have killed someone, I would have been like, nah.
he did it.
He didn't do it. He's a soldier for Christ.
Yeah,
He's a soldier
He
for
didn't
Christ.
kill somebody, so I said he probably would. Is that what you're...
Well, I was just like, probably. That seems like something he would do. Like, it was just funny. And then, yeah, they were like, no, this is serious. And I was like, oh, well, then leave me out of it. And I really thought I was going to get my own room, because I was like, well, he's out of here if he's doing like this. It turns out she was just crazy. Like, she had done it like at 3 other universities.
Really,
Yeah. So that's what's up with me. Just thought I'd bring up that story. Yeah.
guys. The checking in with Chase is the highlight of the show. Now,
Yeah.
so we learn about Chase
and Johnny Cash
and
his
Johnny
roommate.
Cash and his roommate and his family Thanksgiving routine.
It wasn't Thanksgiving. We just played GTA sometimes.
just GTA, turkey
Yeah,
and
dude.
GTA,
I
fillet, turkey fillet and GTA.
with members of our youth group, I used to play GTA while listening to Johnny Cash.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard
I feel like we're
myself.
confessing too much on this on this podcast. What's your praise report, man? We got to wind down. We got the next guest coming in.
My praise report is I'm gonna start wearing fur coats again. Since I mentioned that in the last podcast, it's like, man, gotta bring it back. Gotta start putting the Forever 21 fur coats on again.
You mean the Forever 21?
Forever.
Forever 20 fun. How about that? How about that?
Whoa.
Guys, this has been Church Stories Pod. No, I'm just kidding. My praise report is oh man, we're about to have a second baby, guys. I was very, very excited.
Yeah, new baby dropping next
New
month.
baby dropping. That might be the caption.
Wait,
new
what are we
baby
gonna
just
do?
dropped.
Are we gonna like just record a bunch of podcasts in bulk and you're gonna go away for 2 months?
That's a good question. I have just not thought that through. Or a Chase is. Ezra's just gonna have to sit in the corner.
Yeah. Or we just have
come
a
through.
rotating other host.
Maybe we could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that. We'll figure something out. Does that have to be another black guy?
I mean, we could just bring Drew and call him Shama.
There's only like 2 in the upstate.
yeah, not many.
There's only like 2 charismatic black guys. Hey, let's wind down. That's my praise report. It's been a great show. Sheev Marvey. That's me. All right. Thanks. See you guys.